Welcome back to First Take. Now to Lakerland here. LeBron James and the Lakers took a commanding 2-0 series lead over the Rockets last night. Even with Kevin Durant back in the lineup, LA pulled out a 101-94 win in Game 2, holding Durant to just 3 of his 23 points in the second half. LeBron, of course, led the way. 28 points, 8 boards, 7 dimes to help the shorthanded Lakers really control the series now as it shifts back to Houston. Are the Lakers proving at this point that they are dangerous, Wilbon?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're dangerous in a way that we didn't really realize in this Houston series. LeBron, 24-0 when he and his teams are up 2-0 in the playoff series. So that right there, to me, we're not going to see any historical break. The question is, can they do this long enough to get either Luka or
Austin
Reeves back in the lineup? And I mean, not just back in the lineup. Effectively back in the lineups.
Yep.
And then LeBron can go back to doing whatever he diagnoses as necessary in the next series. And so the next series, the problem, of course, is against OKC. But dangerous? Absolutely.
No, he doesn't play as great with Doncic because Doncic has the ball constantly, and LeBron can't run what he wants to run, so that's a little adjustment. But you're 1,000% right. They're going to beat Houston. That second-round series, and OKC's going to sweep, so 5 games. So that second-round series is probably going to begin on May 4th. Right. So I'll let Steven handle because you do it.
The first-round series is longer than the Olympics.
Oh, it takes way too long. But I'll let you handle that. You're there all the time. Is Doncic going to be able to play a week from this coming Monday?
I believe he will. Jeannie Buss, I interviewed her the other day. She would not confirm nor deny. She said, we're not going to let out any secrets or anything. She said, but we're excited about the possibilities, and left it at that.
So he's going to play second round?
You would think he's going to
play. So if that's the case.
I think if this series goes
7 games, he may play first round.
He may play first round.
Okay, so you think
that's my personal
belief. That's my personal belief, but I didn't get that confirmed from Jeannie Buss. Here's what I will tell you, Doggy. The answer to this question is no, the Lakers have not proven they're dangerous. They've proven that Houston doesn't belong on this level right now.
Okay, well, both things can be true.
No, well, I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying
Houston's a disappointment.
Houston is a disappointment. Let me tell you why I'm saying I'm holding out. And I hope I'm wrong because, hey, Lakers win, that means I'm in Southern California. Steve's good. I'm rooting for the Lakers. I ain't rooting against them. But here's the deal. And I'm proud of my boy JJ and his staff. But let me say this to you. The Lakers were rolling. Remember, they were 15-2 in the month of March. They were rolling. When did everything come apart by the seams? And Luka was on a string where he went like 12, 13 straight games, dropping over 35 and just busting everybody's butt. They went to Oklahoma City. And that night, they got annihilated. You understand? They were elated. You understand? They were down by damn near 50. They lost by 43. You understand? Because Oklahoma City said, what the hell is all this noise about? Who are y'all? Who these people think they are talking about? Let us remind y'all who the hell we are. And they came out there and destroyed them. Luka got hurt that game suddenly, the hamstring. I mean, he was down 40 when it happened. Down 40 when it happened. Hamstring. I thought it was so bad I was joking around. It might have been an excuse for him to get to the locker room because it was so embarrassing to watch, all right? Austin Reeves, the oblique injury, that kicked in and stuff like that. Only person that was brave enough to sit there while this onslaught came their way was LeBron. Oklahoma City is on a different level. And I'm talking about defensively. Everybody plays defense. Everybody plays with energy. You don't see cats out of pocket, out of their appropriate spots. They're spacing everything. People who are supposed to be guarded. When you're switching, the right person switching. And they don't make too many mistakes defensively. That's what I'm saying. So that ain't Houston. And they got a point guard that know how to run the show.
Well, but that's why
I'm looking at them like, yo, it's a different level.
It is, Stephen A., but that's why they needed to finish third. That's why the third spot was important.
That's right.
To avoid Oklahoma City in the second round.
And that's all I'm saying.
And so, no, but I'm trying to, both things are true. Oklahoma City right now, with everybody else having lost a game, and there's some surprises, Detroit losing the way they did, the Knicks losing the way they did, the Celtics losing the way they did. Oklahoma City is the last team out there that looks like we've expected them to look. But the Lakers, come on now, those first 2 games have been very impressive, particularly game 2 with Durant back.
Let me try to change your mind real quick on this. So last year I'm covering the conference finals. It's Minnesota versus OKC. OKC has its way with Anthony Edwards and all this other stuff, and they win the first 2 games. And then game 3 showed up, and Minnesota blitzed them, beat them by 40, just blew them out of the building. And as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was walking off the court, I'm talking about to the bench, because the game wasn't over. He was walking to the bench. He had a smile on his face. All right. Okay, I'm standing right there. I'm standing right. I was a few feet away. He's like, okay, we'll see. And then they came out and beat him in game 4. See, that's Oklahoma City. In other words, there might be a mulligan. You understand? So we might have this mistake here, this hiccup. But there's levels to this, and we telling you cats ain't on it. So when I'm thinking about the Los Angeles Lakers, that's what they did when Luka and the crew showed up, fully loaded. 1, 2 of the 3. It wasn't 1 of the 3, it was all 3 of them with all of their supplementary parts. And Oklahoma City said, good, and put the clamps on them. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at the Lakers. If the Lakers go to the next series and they get it to 6 games, I'd be proud.
Okay.
Proud.
I will
It sounds like
root for a Portland-Cleveland final, so he has to go travel back and forth.
No.
Okay, you guys are all just throwing the Rockets out of the water here. Like, let's just wait.
I'm not making it to
let's
those 2
just
cities.
wait and see. Coming up here.
Year-old guy, we see the domination of LeBron James. He's been able to do this in games 1 and 2 so far. What has stood out about the way he's playing?
Because he's engaged. He's engaged. Believe it or not, the Lakers actually wanted this matchup. They wanted this matchup. Even without Luka and Austin Reeves, LeBron James, he's been in the lab. He's been in the film room, and you could tell just by how he's inserted himself. Think about it, the balance of scoring and getting others involved and the trust that he has in others to let them go and rock out. We're talking about Luka Nord, who's averaging over 20. We're talking about Marcus Smart, who had 25, but also the facilitator. And then all of a sudden, when I know LeBron has that trust factor is when he started trusting his bigs. DeAndre Ayton and DeAndre Ayton and our other
Jackson
Hayes, coming in off the bench with the passes to be decision makers at time. This LeBron James on a mission right now. He smelled blood.
Let's go on the other side. There's another legendary player, and that is Kevin Durant. He looks sloppy, especially quiet in that second half. Some concerns with the Rockets right now as they're down 0-2.
Well, we got to remember, too, that Kevin Durant missed game 1 with the knee, and there was concern that he would miss game 2. Perkins rolling his eyes already.
The thing, make excuses.
No, it's not excuses. What I was going to say was the 9 turnovers. That's something that is a cause for alarm because it seemed like simple basketball turnovers that Kevin Durant should not be making. And Perk, he only got up 12 shots. When you are a generational scorer, you cannot have Jabari Smith-Jr. taking more shots than you, Alperen Şengün taking more shots than you, in a must-win game, too. Like, this was the game for the Rockets to win last night. So you got to look at KD and Ime Udoka, considering all the things going into game 2 that they came up short.
This is a team that doesn't like each other. Again, they're not hanging out outside the arena. J.J. Redick is out coaching Ime Udoka. Kevin Durant is not being a great leader. Şengün is not playing at the level that he needs to play at, especially on the defensive side. When you watch this team, they play agenda basketball, not agenda free. It's my turn. I'm gonna try to go score on 3 people, and it's so frustrating to watch because when you look at what they do and the personnel that they have, check this play out right here. This is in the first half on a fast break. Reed Shepherd is pushing it. He has a decent 3 in transition, and Kevin Durant gets mad about it. He gets upset about it, and all of a sudden, we didn't see much of Reed Shepherd after that. You know what the Rockets shot from the field? From the 3, they were 7 for 29. They need shooting. Reed Shepherd is their best shooting. We talk about Kevin Durant having 9 turnovers. You know why? Because the Lakers' game plan is to pack the paint. KD, if you want to get wide open looks or get the ISO coverage that you want, you might want to have Reed Shepherd on the floor with you. You might want to encourage him to take shots like that.
They don't look like they trust each other.
They don't.
And to your point, only 12 shots. That can't happen if you're Kevin Durant.
They trust each other just like I trust Vinny.